Hey everybody, it's Stovepipe the Flanneled Witch. I'm going to make this quick, but here's a tarot tip that I think is really helpful. If you want to be a professional reader, you do have to have these cards memorized. There's just no way around it. I've heard people say just use your intuition. I disagree with that. I think that to be a pro, you have to be able to pull out a card, say what the meaning and symbols are behind it, move on to the next card, do the same thing with that. However, there's ways to do that that are more helpful to learn and memorize the way that's best for you. And I think the best way to do that is to tie it in with a story, and also a story that you're interested in already, that you already know. And that's why this little tip I have, I think, fits very well with my goal of using blue-collar witchcraft to teach a practice that you can relate to, that is relevant to your everyday life here on Earth, and not just some esoteric thing. And that's why it's so important to pick a tarot deck that is true to who you are in a very specific way. For instance, I fancy myself a fine cook, but a kitchen witch tarot deck would not be a good place to start because I can make things that are edible but not magical. So what I chose when I first was doing tarot was the Stranger Things deck. And here's why. I've seen that show a million times. I have it tattooed on my arm. I know all the characters inside and out. And you watching this have something that you probably know inside and out, whether that be some fantasy book you like, some sci-fi, some horror show or series or movie, and something so that you already know the characters in there. And here's the great thing about that. I guarantee that when you get your first deck, as soon as you start looking through it and doing little readings on yourself, you're going to immediately, and I mean immediately, have great insight, great information, and you're going to understand the foundational things of tarot really quickly because you already know that story. My girlfriend, for instance, loves dark crystal. She got a dark crystal tarot deck, and she did a reading on me that was fabulous, and she barely does tarot. So I cannot recommend that tip enough. That is, don't go esoteric. Don't try to do even Rider-Waite. Rider-Waite is a great thing to learn, but I think it's even better to start with something that you already like, that you already know inside out, and also that will be a very motivating force because we get excited when we see things that we already know. So please go to online or your favorite witchy store and find a deck that pertains to a story or movie or something that you already know inside and out, and as a result, you will know tarot inside and out. Thank you very much. Stovepipe signing off.